Hello, and glad to have you here. Today, we're going to talk about something a little different. We're going to talk about uh, something that a lot of people have trouble with. And believe it or not, it's something that I think most of us deal with from time to time. Some people, maybe not so much, but it's something that I know that I've dealt with. And if I've dealt with it, I want to share with you what I found out as I was dealing with this and trying to find answers for myself and looking to my mentors to figure it out, as well as researching and trying to figure out what I was doing, what was going on. So, did you know that people who procrastinate are not lazy? Because that is what I was told a long time ago. It's just, laziness. And so then, of course, I took that in and it didn't help me. So we're going to talk about that today. And as you're hopping on, let me know where you're coming in from. Let me know what you think about procrastination. Do you have that as an issue? Is that something that you deal with on a daily, on a regular, or is it something that just comes up certain times? Um, I think for me it's varied. Sometimes it shows up, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes I've got everything under control and I don't procrastinate, but there really are, just being honest and open, there are some times that I do procrastinate. And I can remember talking about this our um, in our mentorship program. And so I just want to bring to you information that I have. And hopefully that'll help you if you know somebody or if it's something that you're dealing with. So, first of all, let me introduce myself to those of you that I haven't had the pleasure of meeting. My name is Cherie Woodard, and I help business builders and entrepreneurs to use social media to get prospects, leads, and get prospects, leads, and just lost. Well, anyway, in their business, prospects, leads, and sales in their business. I, I guess I'm getting a little tie-tongued or whatever. But anyway, so and as I do that, I have different ways that I go about it. I use attraction marketing, I use lead generation, as well as live video marketing, and I have different strategies and tips that are modern and up to date, trending. Things that are, not so much old school. I deal with the things that are more modern so that you can get into, because things just keep changing and growing. And I mean, we've got many videos now. We've got what is it? TikTok. We've got shorts in YouTube. We've got reels. We've got a lot of stuff out there that we can use to help us to help others. So I think that it's just important to know about them, and hopefully that helps you to be able to know some of the things, some of the information that I give you to help you to be better at what it is that you want to do, especially if you're building a business online. And most everybody is online now, so it's really crowded. But we won't talk about that right now. Let's go on and talk about why people that procrastinate. Is it because they're lazy? And I've checked that out, did some research, and it's not. And plus it does match up with the things that I was being told by my mentors. And so let's just go right into it. Um, I've got a little definition here, which for me helps, and so I'm not reading it from the computer this time, but the definition is it's the action of delaying or postponing something. It's like when something needs to be done. I used to be one of those people that when something needed to be done, my homework, whatever, when I was in college, when whatever, I did it right away. I did not, want to have it wait until the last minute. But sometimes, as time went on, then I would end up waiting till the last minute because I had other things that I felt were, more important, or I didn't really want to deal with what it was that I had to do for whatever reason. Maybe I thought it was going to be, something that I wasn't going to be able to accomplish, whatever. But that is the main thing. It's delaying and putting off, postponing things that that need to be done, and I know need to be done. And so I have some things here that I'm going to talk about procrastination, and they're in no particular order. I ordered them just so that I could talk about them. So number one I have is fear of failure. When you're trying to do a project, or a paper, or whatever it is that you're trying to do, and I'm thinking college days, and then even when you have like stuff that you're doing for your business, as you're building your business, and something might just set you off to where you're fearful that you can't do that, so then you would rather do something else. You put that off and keep putting it off, and then when you put it off, the next thing you know, it's the last minute and it's due, and you really need to do that to keep your business progressing. So, fear is one of those things that can cause you to, you know, not do what you're supposed to do because you're fearing that you're going to fail at it. And it's important that we push through that fear. But I'm going to name the things that I have that are a problem. So, the other thing that I learned was when you're overwhelmed. And I learned that the hard way because I am one of those people, I like lists to do things, so I have like my daily method of operation was like yay long, and I had all these things in there I needed to do. And I usually do the hardest things first, but for some reason or the things that I feel like might be tough to do, I like to get those done and out of the way, and then, move on to the things that aren't so much like that. But I found that I've started to change a little bit, and I want to do the things that don't seem like it would be that hard to get those done, and then go to the hardest thing. But and I don't know why I switched that. I can't even tell you for the life of me why I switched from doing the hardest things first. I know I've been told about this book, and I still have to get it yet, but it's called Eat That Frog. Which is basically, I think the book primarily talks about, from what I've been told, is doing the hardest things first, doing those things that are challenging first and get them out of the way, and then you have smooth sailing later because you've done all the hard parts, and now it's just left to do the other things that need to be done, but they're not what you consider hard or scary. And then the other thing, which I really really deal with, and I am changing in that area, but being a perfectionist, wanting to be perfect, wanting to have everything where it should be, and and everything has to be just, and perfect is so fleeting. But I can remember wanting, everything to be perfect, and things just don't always go like that. And I learned in the community that I'm in that sometimes done is better than perfect, because by the time you're trying to catch perfect, perfect is fleeting. There's nothing that is going to be, from what I've been told and from what I feel, there is nothing that's going to be perfect or stay perfect. If you get it, and it's perfect, or so you think, there's always something. And this is something my mom told me too. Those people that you think are perfect, she told me this when I was growing up. Those people that you think are perfect, they have just as many issues as you may have. And they are not perfect, because there is no one that's perfect on this earth. So that was something that I learned a long time ago. And I had to, call on that to pull myself up out of this perfectionism thing that I have. And so I am actually changing, and I call myself a recovering perfectionist because I am in recovery. I want to not have that be the thing. And it's hard to leave something undone or have a word off or have a letter, or didn't put a period or whatever, and I'm like, trying to hurry and get it in there. And in the long run, it doesn't matter as long as what I'm saying, well, as long as what I'm writing, as long as what I am giving to other people is something that's helpful for them. It doesn't have to be perfect because perfect, like I said, is fleeting. So those are the three things I wanted to go over today. So we were talking about fear of failure as one of the reasons for procrastination, overwhelm, as having too much stuff on your plate, and the third thing, perfectionism, trying to make sure that everything is toot sweet, has to be perfect, but we know that it's not a good thing. So basically that is all I have for you today. Tomorrow we'll go over some things that will help with perfectionism, but you have to be aware and focused and, some of those things. So we'll talk about that tomorrow. But and I'm sorry I didn't even ask if there were any questions. I asked the one question in the beginning, did you know? And I didn't ask anymore. So if you have questions or comments, please, I don't see anything in the chat right now. You can drop it in the chat later and I can get to it and answer you. And so if and the other thing is you can always message me. I'm in Messenger. So if you have a problem or you with what I'm saying or you didn't quite understand and you might like to go deeper, then we can do that. Just need to let me know in Messenger and I do check that out. So basically that's it for the day and I'm going live Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday this week at 12 noon. And today is our clubhouse thing for me. It's where we can go and talk and have a conversation over what we can do to help to make things better for you. If you don't know something that we're actually talking about today, this would really be helpful for you. So and if you're not on Facebook, I mean, if you're not on Clubhouse, it's an audible thing, and you get to talk, and it's it's just a great thing. So check it out, and we'll be discussing something today that might help you. So I'm going to go on and get off here. Talk soon. Bye now.